We are honored to have Colonel James Voss with us today to deliver our graduation address. In 1972, Colonel Voss graduated from Auburn University with a degree in aerospace engineering. He received his master's degree from the University of Colorado in 1974 and was awarded an honorary doctorate in 2000. Colonel Voss began his career in the United States Army, serving as an infantryman and in teaching and engineering capacities. In 1984, he was assigned to the Johnson Space Center as an engineer and was selected for the astronaut program in 1987. He remained at the Johnson Space Center for nearly 20 years, spending 202 days living and working in space. He lived on board the International Space Station for 163 days, flew on 5 space missions on 3 different spacecraft, and conducted 4 spacewalks, including the longest one in history. In addition to his work for NASA, he also served as a backup crew member for the Russian space station and speaks fluent Russian. In 2003, Colonel Voss retired from NASA and became the Associate Dean of Engineering at Auburn before moving to the private sector in 2005. He retired in 2013, but continues teaching classes in Johnson Space Flight as a scholar in residence at the University of Colorado at Boulder. He remains involved in the space program, serving the NASA Advisory Council and on the board of directors of the National Space Biomedical Research Institute. Please join me in welcoming one of our alums, Colonel Jim Voss.
Well, good afternoon. President Googe, distinguished members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, parents, families, friends, and graduates. It's a pleasure and a great honor for me to be here today to speak to you at this commencement exercise. It's such a special day for all of you who are assembled here. For the graduates who are about to receive their well-deserved and long-awaited college degrees. For the faculty and university administration who have committed so much time and energy to the educational excellence that will result in the graduation of such an outstanding group of young people. For you parents and families whose past encouragement and support are today matched only by the tremendous pride that you share in the accomplishments of your special graduates. And I hope all of you who are graduating today will take a moment later. I know President Googe got you to acknowledge them with applause, but be sure and give them a little hug and thank them with special love for helping to get you where you are today. You know, it's also a special day for me to come back to the loveliest village on the plain, to see how the campus has changed, and it has, to talk to the bright young people that are learning to meet the needs of our nation. I had the pleasure of speaking to some of them last night at a dinner, and I'm pleased to see the quality of our students haven't changed in the 40 years that I've been associated with Auburn University. Walking around campus yesterday afternoon and today also brought back some great memories of my time here as a student. Studying in the library, and I hear you still do that today, even though you have the internet. Football weekends, rolling Toomer's Corner when we had oak trees to roll. Pizza and pizza only at the War Eagle Supper Club. And of course, all those things that I learned in the classroom. For you individual members of the graduating class, you've made it. Congratulations. And it's quite an accomplishment. You've studied, you've worked hard, and with the help of many others, you've accomplished your goal of finishing college and fulfilled your dream of acquiring a college degree. I know that you graduates are grateful to the many people who have made such a great contribution to your college education. I'm sure you'll never forget the concern and dedication of the Auburn professors who have unselfishly given of themselves to your enterprise in learning. And I know, too, that you realize your present achievement is a testament to the love, support, and encouragement of your parents, family, and friends whose presence here today makes your graduation a particularly joyful occasion. I'm You're supposed to smile. It's joyful. It is a joyful occasion for you. Today, as you graduate, you'll leave one of the finest universities in the world, one that excels in many fields, from engineering to business to veterinary medicine, even to the exploration of space. And that's the reason I'm your speaker today. It's due to that close link between Auburn and our nation's space program. I'm especially pleased to be part of this commencement because of that human relationship between the National Aeronautics and Space Administration and Auburn University. The human tie to NASA involves many people working together to achieve our national goals as we explore our universe and fulfill our dreams. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of Auburn graduates work in our nation's space program. With 2 former NASA Center directors, numerous senior managers who manage both NASA and the aerospace contractors who serve NASA, and we've had 6 astronauts who have served in our quest of discovery and exploration. Many of us have the desire to explore, and we share the dream of leaving the Earth's gravity and exploring our vast universe. We all have dreams, including me. As a child, while fielding baseballs over in a sandy lot in Opelika, I dreamed of playing third base for the New York Yankees. Later, when I read science fiction, I dreamed about flying on rockets, space voyages. I dreamed of becoming an astronaut and living in space, traveling to other worlds on a rocket like Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon, or even flying like Superman. It's important for each of us to know that we can realize our dreams, or at least many of them. I never played for the Yankees, unfortunately. I'm not too old if there's a scout around. But I did get to fly on rockets, and I did live and work in space for 6 months. You know, our dreams are not fulfilled overnight, but are accomplished through years of goal setting, moving forward one step at a time, often with setbacks along the way. I had some of those. I submitted my first application for astronaut duty in 1978. Then I had to repeat that lengthy process 5 times over the next 9 years. I thought they just really didn't want me to be an astronaut. Each rejection was a blow to me, but I continued to gain experience, to make my credentials better, until I was finally accepted in 1987, and I achieved another in a long line of personal goals at that point. I then achieved my dream of flying in space by traveling on the space shuttle 5 times, helping to assemble the International Space Station and then getting to live there, and seeing the grandeur of the Earth and the stars while doing spacewalks. I even got to be Superman. I could lift massive objects, and I could fly. Well, at least I could float. For all of you who reach for your dreams and are driven by a sense of commitment, you also can achieve something special. I encourage you to continue to seek paths to fulfill your dreams, even when they're hard or they're filled with risk. You all have something special to bring to the world, something only dreamed about until now, and something that will not be unless you bring it into existence by pursuing and fulfilling your dreams. As you move today from academic life into the real world, each of you has an image in your mind of the perfect job. Very few of you will find that one right away. But you can find something unique and exciting in every endeavor if you look for it. And it can be a stepping stone to accomplishing those goals that will lead you to your dreams. Your being here today is a testament to dreams pursued and achieved. You've today realized a major one in your life, and there are many, many more of them to come. So let me conclude by saying again that we proudly and most sincerely applaud your success. You've achieved a dream. Congratulations, War Eagle. And never forget to continue to dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Voss, for your inspiring remarks.